everyone, it is lesson 10 and we are talking about the E string for violins and we are talking about the A string and for violas and cellos today. Okay, so cellos, let's start with you. You were last time, so we'll start with cellos today. So we're drawing a bass clef. Remember, a big dot on line 4, half of a heart, and then 2 dots in the spaces. Okay, open A string. So when you play open A, no fingers, that note is up here on the top line. Okay, so the top line, line 5, is open A. So you're gonna draw 5. I think I have 5. Maybe I only gave you 3. Read it and look at your paper. But open A is line 5. Okay, when you put your first finger down on the A string, that is note B, right? A, B. So B sits on top of the staff, okay? Like a bumblebee buzzing on top of the staff. He's just hanging out there. So he's on top. B sits on top. And if we draw, I could draw a stem here. Okay, A, B, second finger. I'm sorry, not second finger for you, third finger. So when third finger goes down, A, B, set third finger, it is C sharp. So we have to draw a little ledger line. So the line goes above the staff. The ledger line makes the staff get higher, okay? So we draw a little ledger line, stem going down. Now this is C sharp, and the sharp has to go on the left side, okay? So it kind of looks like A, B, sharp, C, but we say it's C sharp. A, B, C sharp. So that's open A, then first finger, B, third finger, C sharp, fourth finger. This is a space note. We draw a ledger line, then the note. So don't draw a line on top of it, okay? When we're working with ledger lines, this is not right. Don't add the extra line on top, okay? If it's a space note, it just sits on the line, okay? So open A, first finger B, third finger C sharp, fourth finger D. So draw those bass clefs this week and then all of your notes. And then the very last page you see is a story about a composer. And you have to, in order to figure out the story, fill in the A string notes so that you can tell what it is. Okay, cellos, you're all finished for today. Have a great week. Violas, we'll make the violins go last, okay? They always have to go first, seems. And I'm a violinist, so I can say that. Okay, so violas, alto clef, thick line, thin line. Then we've got our alto clef here. Okay, open A. So your open A, no fingers down, is sitting on top of the staff. When you see a note that is on top of the staff, no ledger line, just sitting on top, that is open A. Okay, first finger. When we set first finger down on the A string, we have B. This is where you draw a little ledger line, and then the note goes right on the line. So it's a line note, but it's on a ledger line, okay? That is first finger B. When you set your second finger down, it's C sharp. So now we draw our ledger line because C sharp is higher than B, and the note goes on top of the staff. Now, just like I said for the cellos, don't draw a line on top. Don't make it a space note like this. Just draw the note. Okay, and then it's C sharp, so we have to add that little sharp in front of it right next to the note head so that we know. Don't draw the sharp way down here. Put it up by the note head. Second finger. So we have open, 1, 2, and then third finger. Okay, so now you're going to draw a ledger line, another ledger line, and your note goes there on the second ledger line. That is third finger, D. So open A, B, C sharp sitting on top of a ledger line, and then D is 2 ledger lines up. And if we use your fourth finger, we get fourth finger E, which is 2 ledger lines and then sitting on top of the ledger line. Okay, ledger line, space note sitting on top. Fourth finger E. Okay, your story at the end of the composer story is at the end of yours as well, and it reviews the A string notes. Okay, that's it for you guys. Violins. We are on to the E string. Okay, so if we review violins, I should have done this with the others and I forgot. So we know that here's A, right? A, B, C sharp, D, E. So E string, your fourth finger on the A string and open E are the same thing. So we're actually going to start here on the top space. That's open E. When you set your first finger down on the E string, it's F sharp, the very top space. And then we have to add a sharp, just like we did for the A string, C sharp. So add a sharp, it comes before the note, to the right of the note. So open E is in the top space, F sharp is on the very top line. Second finger. When we put our second finger down on the E string, that is G sharp. Okay? So G sharp sits on top of the staff. Okay? He's like king of the mountain. You ever like gone on top of like a big rock pile or something and sat up there and you could look down all of the rocks? That's when you're king of the mountain. Okay? So G sharp, he's sitting here looking down at all of these other notes because he is on top of the staff. So G sharp, that's second finger on the tape. Then when we get to high A, third finger on the E string, we draw a little ledger line to make the lines of the staff go up. Okay, so draw a little line and A goes right on that ledger line. That is third finger, high A. And then fourth finger. So we have third finger, high A, last finger in first position. The highest note we can play in first position is our fourth finger on the E string, and that is B. Now, do you notice that I drew a ledger line and then drew the note right on top? Do not do this. Do not draw another one so that it's a space note, okay? That's really confusing. So only draw the line if the line is going to go, if the note is on it, then draw the line. But don't draw lines that are above the note that you want to play, okay? So line and then space, that's the fourth finger. So here is our E string notes. E, no finger. So you could play this with your fourth finger on the A string, or you can play open E. First finger, F sharp, top line. Second finger, G sharp, king of the mountain, sitting on top, right? High A, he's got that little ledger line that he sits on. He's not a full staff line, he's just little, okay? So you got a little ledger line, and then B, he's got a line right under his chin. High B, fourth finger. Okay, violins, I made a mistake when I first sent out all of your worksheets at the very beginning of the year. Your review story reviews all the A string notes, which is fine, but that doesn't really help you drill your E string notes that we're just learning. So on Google Classroom, I did upload the same story the same composer story. It just has E string notes that are missing that you have to fill in. So you could do both and find out the same story, or you could do A string. It's not going to hurt. It just won't review your E string notes. So if you want to review E string notes, check out Google Classroom for your E string review. That's it, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great week.